Dave Smith here. So this is another video in the series that will be about the MFA that I'm currently working on. Last time we looked at Dirk Breckman's images, and his entire body of work has that same aesthetic view. Now this next one, I've actually got his website up behind me. I'm not so sure in my own mind that his works are quite as uniform in their aesthetic as Dirk Breckman's. But there's a quick sort of view of some thumbnails of his, and I'm going to focus on three. I'm going to show you some examples of three of his projects. And now actually, as I'm looking at that set of thumbnails, I would say that his body of work is very much in that same aesthetic canon that I want to establish for my own work. But the three series we're going to talk about are the seascapes, very reminiscent of Mark Rothko, the theatres, and you can see some of the thumbnails in the back there. The theatres are a really clever idea. What he did was, he did it in two sections. He did theatres first, and he's meaning theatres in the style of the old music hall type theatres, which have sort of seen a renewed life as cinemas, and then they've kind of sort of seen better days as well. So it's that kind of setup, and he's gone in to these seedy cinema settings, and they've got these spectacular old time music hall rooms, sort of auditoriums, and he's set his large format camera up in there, and he's set the exposure to run for as long as the film. So at the end of it, what you get is a sort of beautiful sub-fusc, low-key image of these once grand auditoria, in the middle of which is a bright white screen, because the film has been playing, and he's just let his camera run throughout the film, and so it just records as white in the end, and so you get these incredibly high contrast, stunning images. And it's the kind of thing that when you come across it, oh my word, I wish I'd thought of that. But I didn't, and that's why Sugimoto is who he is. He then repeated that with sort of drive-in movies, which I personally don't think is as powerful as the theatres one. And then the third is this series down here on optics. Now his optics are incredibly colourful, but again very reminiscent of Mark Rothko, and these things sell for a fortune nowadays. And what he did, really clever again, he's used what he's calling Newton's prism. It's just a dispersion prism that splits the white light into the colours of the spectrum, and then he's projected that onto Polaroid film, I think. Let me just see if I can project it on white plaster wall at exaggerated size, and then he's photographed that white plaster wall with these rainbow colours on. Using Polaroid film, I think, if I'm kind of reading that correctly. But it's again very much in that Mark Rothko style, particularly, well, all of them really are in that Mark Rothko style. And again, another practitioner who works in that, what I'm calling the contemporary sublime. Now I will do a separate video about what I mean by the contemporary sublime, but I need to pin down the ideas a little bit further before I can do that. But there we go, that's Hiroshi Sugimoto. Let's have a look at some of his images. Okay, so I hope you're enjoying this series looking at practitioners. We'll do one more for now, and then I'll move on to other things. But that was Hiroshi Sugimoto. Love to hear what you think. Let me know. If you want to be sure that the YouTube algorithm is giving you a diet of this kind of video, whether mine or other photographers making content in the same kind of fashion, then subscribe, like, comment, and then that tells the algorithm what it is you want to see, and then you won't have your dashboard flooded by all those sort of photographic apparatus type videos. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this one. Bye for now.